How's it going, everybody? Nerds Rising here, and welcome back to the Nerd Cave. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some Ultra League gameplay sent into the channel by Citizen Nate, featuring a pretty strong looking team here with the Venusaur lead, the shiny Obstagoon as the closer with Gunk Shot, and Shadow Walrein with the standard moveset in. This team does look pretty similar to my budget team. The main difference is obviously the Gunk Shot on the Goon, and then he's got Venusaur there in place of the Charizard on the lead. And it does make quite a bit of sense. Venusaur here is going to be the anti-fighter and the anti-charmer. I'm imagining we're going to be seeing the Shadow Walrein here as the safe switch, and then probably going to see Gunk Shot Goon as the closer. But what's going to make these battles even more entertaining is that we are once again playing Guess the Elo. Now, if you don't know what that is, the first time I did this, I took a set of battles sent into the channel, and I just cropped out the Elo and put it at the end of the video, so you guys did not know the Elo these were played at. But in this situation here, Citizen Nate has already edited out the Elo for us, so I am also completely unaware of the Elo that these are played at. So we're going to be trying to guess together as we watch this what Elo these battles are played at. And he said that he did put the Elo at the end of the video. So let's get right into it here, guys. I have no idea what we're going to expect here, but I'm very much looking forward to this. I have not watched any of these battles, so let's get into it here. We have a Haxorus lead, and this is actually looking pretty rough. The backline definitely doesn't want to see this, so gonna stay in initially. It looks like at the very least we're resisting the counters here, and unfortunately they're probably just gonna go straight Breaking Swipe on us here. They do throw the Breaking Swipe, and now gonna overfarm, probably gonna go for the Sludge Bomb, and actually goes for the Frenzy here, maybe expecting the Haxorus to shield, recognizing they would need to shield earlier moves. And it looks like they tried to catch, but he perfectly overfarms there. Very nice discipline, and they bring in an Alolan Muck. And this is a little unfortunate now that he's actually not running Cross Chop. I really love the Gunk Shot Goon, but unfortunately, Cross Chop would be very nice here, and it looks like he is actually going to full send the Gunk Shot here in. I'm not sure if this is the play, if it's better just to go straight Night Slash here, but that does do quite a bit of damage, and I think he would just about have made another Night Slash, so the opponent's forced to throw here. And since they're on Sludge Wave, they're actually forced to throw a Dark Pulse, which is very nice. So I'm imagining we're probably going to be seeing the Venusaur come back in and should be able to massively overfarm here. Farms into the back-to-back Frenzies. And there's no way the Muck shields at this point. Probably going to just let themselves go down. And there's a Charizard in the back. Instantly brings in the Shadow Walrein and does have 2 shields still. So actually going to call the bait, recognizing he has 2 shields, and the opponent does bait. I absolutely love that play. Opponents love to bait when you have 2 shields, and gets the spear off, gets the last shield from the opponent, and I don't think the opponent should have shielded that. I think they should definitely have saved their last shield for the Haxorus. They've already seen the full team, so they know they need this counter damage on the Walrein, but by letting it go, Walrein, even though they're debuffed, takes out the Haxorus. And now I think all he has to do here is just get this chip damage up and then get the Sludge Bomb on the Venusaur, and calls the bait again. Oh my gosh, Shadow Walrein lives on like 2 HP. Very nicely done. And yeah, this game should be over now. Just 1 away from the Sludge, and that should be wrapping up Game 1 here. So very well played in Game 1 by Citizen Nate. Very difficult lead. Still gets it done in the end, and had a couple nice calls there as well. So next battle, we have a regular Walrein on the lead, and I'm imagining Venusaur probably wins the zeros, although I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm assuming that the longer you stay in here, the worse of a matchup it becomes for the Venusaur. So actually tanks the move there, banks all the energy, and again the opponent tries to catch onto an Alolan Muck, but holds onto his energy once again, and I'm imagining we're probably going to see this play out very similarly. And again, the Muck is actually running Sludge Wave, so wow, a couple unique movesets out there on these Mucks. I actually prefer running Sludge Wave myself with the Alolan Muck, just because a lot of people out there are going to be expecting the Acid Spray, and as we see now, he does actually make the Night Slash. So I guess last battle, he probably would have made the Night Slash if the opponent doesn't throw, but the opponent just elects to farm down. They do shield up here, and comes in with the Venusaur here, recognizing he would win CMP, and now going to potentially force both shields off the Muck, and no, they just let themselves go down. I really like that play. And again, Shadow Walrein with a 2-to-1 shield advantage is looking pretty nice to close out this battle. Is going to need to respect these, but I'm imagining from a Shadow Walrein, an Icicle Spear is going to do massive damage, and perfect move timing there. Throws after 4 Powder Snows, and the opponent doesn't shield, but now I think you just shield up, farm all the way down, and the opposing Walrein is going to have to throw an Earthquake to take him out, and I don't even quite think I'm not 100% sure on this, but I don't quite think he's in Earthquake range. I could be wrong. We're going to find out here in momentarily. And the opponent tries to call the bait there. That is massive. Now catches onto the Venusaur. Oh my gosh. Did he catch the Earthquake? Yes, he did. Absolutely amazing play there. And now I think he just needs... Does he need back-to-back spears here? He's going to call that one spear doesn't KO. And now he has to make another... Can Shadow Walrein here survive an Earthquake? I'm not sure. This might be a GG here, guys. And unfortunately, Earthquake does KO. Very close battle there. I'm not sure if 2 spears would have KO'd. I might have tried to go just straight spear there, but yeah, it might not have been spear range. So plays to his win con there, thinking maybe the opponent would try to call the bait. So very close battle. Tough team comp form there, but gets it done. And we see a shiny Cobalion on the lead here. And this is kind of an interesting matchup because... obviously, everything that the Venusaur throws here is going to be resisted, but is resisting the double kicks and Sacred Swords, and that forces the opponent to go for the Stone Edge here, and it looks like he should be able to get this thing extremely low. Looks like he does just narrowly lose the Zero Shield here, but willing to commit a shield here, and the opponent does actually full send the Stone Edge here, and now actually might be able to farm down, but not going to risk it. Going through the move again on good timing, going to just take this thing out, and yeah, I don't know. I think he could have lived it, but I'm not 100% sure. And actually banks some energy here. And going to pivot into the Goon now, into this Giratina. And it looks like he actually is going to be using the Goon with Gunk Shot as the safe switch, just in case they have like a Charmer or something. And they answer the Goon here with a Drapion. And this is really not an answer to Goon. It looks like another Sludge will KO here after that little bit of chip from the Ancient Power. But again, I really love the Gunk Shot on the Goon, but... unfortunately, every single match so far, he's had his Goon aligned to a Dark Poison type, so he's fully walled again. Does get some chip damage, and now, do you just bring in the Venusaur here and just put it all on the Walrein in the endgame? And yeah, gonna do just that. Maybe expecting that the opponent's gonna let this go, and they do let it go, and now, yeah, you just put it on the Walrein. I think even though Walrein is down to shield here, I think he should still be in a pretty comfortable position because one Ancient Power, definitely not going to be doing that much damage. I think here, you probably should let that first Ancient Power go just in case the opponent boosts, because if they boosted, another Ancient Power would probably be doing a lot more damage here, but fortunately they do not boost, and they do throw an Ancient Power. He does live that, and he's not in Dragon Claw range here, so they're still going to need to throw another Ancient Power to KO. And I think he should just narrowly make this second spear, or third Icicle Spear, excuse me, before the opponent gets to their move, and he does, and this should be a GG. Very well played game. The Drapion's on 1 HP. And I think this is just one set, so we're on to our second to last battle here. So if you guys haven't commented yet, start leaving a comment, letting me know what elo you think these are at, and I'm not sure yet. I think I'm going to watch one more here and then make my guess. But we have a shiny Aurorus lead here. And again, this is a little bit tricky for the Venusaur. As you stay in longer, it probably gets worse for the Venusaur. And it looks like he actually waited a turn there to throw just to make sure the opponent didn't catch. And I really like that play. And he gets a shield advantage, brings in the Goon, and the opponent safe switches into a Drifblim, and he has the perfect answer for this. I don't even think this was enough for a Shadow Ball. Probably just going to be a Mystical Fire, and now can massively overfarm and get his Spear off. Again, throwing on perfect timing here after 4 Powder Snows. I don't think this will quite KO, but will do quite a bit of damage, and should be able to tank this move if he wants to, and farm all the way down. Doesn't have to shield if he doesn't want to, and he's going to do just that. And if they bring back in that Aurorus, they're going to have a very tough time double resisted Powder Snowing down this wall right here. And they have a shiny Malamar in the back. Oh my gosh. Absolute spice by the opponent. Is that a shiny Malamar? Actually, I'm not 100% sure if that's shiny, but either way, I don't think I've ever seen a Malamar in the Ultra League here. And that's an optimized one as well. It was 2494. And yeah, his Obstagoon there was just a massive core breaker. And that is going to be a GG. So very cool teams here. I'm going to guess, guys, as we're watching this Steelix matchup here, I'm going to guess that he's probably, based on his really high-level gameplay, and it seems like most of the opponent's teams are fully optimized here, I'm going to take a guess and say we're in, like, the 2700s here. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we're going to find out very shortly. But really nice gameplay so far by him, throwing on great timing. I really like some of his decisions he's made. I think his swaps are appropriate. His bait calls, everything's been pretty good, honestly. A couple of the opponents have made a few questionable decisions, but overall, opponents have been pretty strong, and unfortunately tries to live that EQ there, but I think with the Psychic Fangs debuff, that Earthquake just barely was enough, plus a couple of Powder Snows. That's a little unfortunate there. Does still have a 2-to-1 shield advantage. They've got a Zard in the back, and actually, no, not a 2-to-1 shield advantage. He has a 2-to-2 shielding situation here, and I think at this point, if I'm Citizen Nate here, I am full sending the Gunk Shot, because the opponent's got 2 shields. They know they can easily live 1 Night Slash, so they're probably going to be letting the first one go, recognizing if he boosts, future Night Slashes are going to do more. And no, opponent is a destroyer of fun. I thought for sure they were going to let that go, but they shield the Gunk Shot, and this is looking pretty rough now. Does call the Claw, but not going to make another move, and I don't remember how much energy the Venusaur has. If it has enough for a Sludge Bomb, he still may be okay, and does actually make the Sludge Bomb. That is massive. I think the opponent tried to overfarm there, and now can he get to the Frenzy here on the Steelix? I think he's going to need 2 Frenzies. I don't quite think that 1 is going to be enough, and now just has to hope that he can outpace. Going to have to make sure he throws on perfect timing here, and does throw after 1 Vine Whip, and now I think he needs 4 more Vine Whips. And if the opponent is dry here, he should just make it, and he lives the Dragon Tail, just barely makes the Frenzy, and this should be a G to the G, folks. And now I think we're going to see the ELO reveal here, and actually 24-33, so very, very impressive gameplay by Citizen Nate, actually. He's just underneath Veteran. He actually looks like he'd already hit Veteran, but just sitting underneath Veteran, and that is actually extremely impressive, so hats off to him. I was definitely thinking he was a little bit higher than that just because of his gameplay, so if he keeps the gameplay up like that, I think he will have no problem reaching Expert whatsoever. So thank you again to Citizen Nate for sending this in. A little bit shorter video today, but let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of this format. Like I said before, I have done this one other time, but I really enjoy it. I think it's just a great way for people of all different ELOs to send in their battles and kind of just give the community a chance to have some fun guessing. So that's going to be it for today, guys. If you want to send in battles, I do have a battle submission form in the description. If you want to send me in a top win for the month of August, that link is also in the description. And finally, if you want to come hang out with me on Discord, that link, as you can guess, is in the description. And that being said, if you're new to the channel, if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so, because the more subscribers we can get, the more Pokemon my wife will let me play.